Hi, friends, and welcome to card number 4 of Home for Christmas Creative Design Studio. Look at how fun these slim lines are. I had a great time creating these, and I hope you will too. I did a bunch of the prep work in the beginning of this video. So first, I'm going to stamp all of these stockings, right, for all 4 of the slimline cards. And I'm going to stamp the words as well. Don't forget to clean your stamps good with your stamp chamois, and also don't forget to season them. A little tip here that I'm about to show you is when you want something straight on your black, put it down on your Versamat, get it straight, and then pick it up with the block rather than trying to put it down with your fingers. Here I decided to do a two-tone look. So you see I stamped half of the stamp in the green and half of it in the red. Look how fun that is for a fun little extra technique. Next, we're going to stamp these little bows. I thought that there might have been a thin cut for them, but there wasn't. So we're going to fussy cut those, but don't worry. Our micro tip scissors will make that a breeze. Now we're going to banner. The workshop guide banners all of these, but I only bannered the one. And my little trick for you here is to put your sediment one down onto the black and then banner the black. It helps you to get them a little bit more even, right? I'm sorry I got off camera a little bit here, but you see I bannered both sides of that one. The other ones I decided to just cut flush with the black border, or as you'll see, I did glitter paper on some of them as well. Once we have this prep work done, we are ready to start assembling card number 4 the first way. And this one is going to be exactly per the workshop instruction. I have my Versamat there because it is perfect for using the grid lines, because you know I have such a hard time lining things up. And this particular card has lots of little pieces that you want to make sure that you have straight. Also notice that these pieces weave through each other, right? So you want to put them down in the right order so that you're able to weave them underneath. I added foam tape to my words, and then I'm ready to start coloring the stocking. I colored these ones green, and then I added the red stickles at the end, but you know, you can color them however you choose. I added foam tape for dimension behind the stockings, and then we are ready to start adding in these little pieces of greenery. I have my all-purpose mat so that I don't get adhesive everywhere. I just love these little sprigs. They're so fun to use, especially on these Christmas cards. Don't forget your gems. And then we're going to color in these bows and fussy cut them. Don't worry, fussy cutting is so easy when you use our micro tip scissors. And don't forget to move your paper and not your scissors. Leave a little bit of a white border around the edge and you'll have a perfect fussy cut image. I brought in my ruler and a pencil to draw a straight line here for the stickles. Notice how I use my finger to help guide me. That's an old dental tip. I used to work for an orthodontist, and we needed to take those bands off and on the teeth. You always use your finger, your pinky finger or your side fingers as a rest, right? So I use that in my stickles too. Helps you to get it straight. Even with my grid lines, I still had this piece crooked and had to peel it up and put it back down. You know, my friends, I have such a hard time. So now I am assembling card number 2. I'm using the same format or the same layout for all of these cards. I am just making slight little changes here. Notice I forgot to weave that piece under there and I had to pick it up. I'm using my pencil again to draw a line for the stickles. I realized it was easier to do that now before I put everything else on there. Right? Adding in our words, trying to decide which ones I wanted to use on this particular card, because you know we have the bannered ones, the non-bannered ones, I have glitter paper, I have the double inked ones. You know, it's just whatever choice you choose, right? I cut the rest of those uh, bows out off camera, and I'm adding the sprigs. Now here I see my camera's making it kind of hard to see. These are gold, so I cut some additional sprigs in gold here. Look at how pretty that is. The lighting is kind of washing it out, so you can't really see. I'm coloring in the gems with the alcohol marker, giving them a second to dry. And look at here, I decided to add in some of those gold sprigs down in the corner as well. And I thought that that made such a fun balance, traveled your eye across the card there. Super fun. What you can't see that I'm doing here off camera is just adding the adhesive. I have my all-purpose mat there just below off camera where you can't see. I added the adhesive, I added the gems, and then now I'm coming in with the stickles. See, my finger is the guide there. And I still got a little bit mixed up right there, but my piercing tool to the rescue helps me to fix that. I also put a little drop of stickles on that bow, and then don't forget on our stocking. How fun is card number 4 the second way? Now we are ready to start card number 3, the third way. Don't forget our Close to My Heart paper is two-sided, so you can always turn the paper over and choose the other side, right? Again, I had some of that white core showing on this red piece, the candy apple piece there, so I decided to run it through the ink pad to cover up that white core. This time I'm weaving in the gold glitter paper, and you see I turned that pattern paper over at the top for the green instead of the red plaid. I see here that I was a tiny bit off in one of my cuttings, so I just turned the card over and trimmed it with my scissors. I'm adding some foam tape behind my words. This one I'm using the two-tone stamping on, and again finishing the card just the same way as the original layout, adding that stocking in there, adding in our little sprigs or greenery. So this one I did do green, but I think I decided, we're going to see here in a minute, I think I decided to add some green and gold in there on this one, or maybe that was the next one. I can't quite remember. Must have been the next one. Don't forget our little bow, right? And then we're going to add in our gems and our stickles. Notice how the stickles came out a little bubble right there, but my piercing tool to the rescue, I was able to get in there and clean that up a little bit. Look at how easy that cleaned up. I love using the piercing tool as a cleanup tool here, as you can see. It has so many great uses. Don't forget to add the stickles to your stocking. And then we are going to add our gems. I needed to color some more gems, so I'm coloring the green ones for this card, and while I'm waiting to give them a second to dry, I'm coloring in some red ones for future use. This one, I chose to put the two green ones. So fun! Tell me what you think of card number 4, the third way. Now on to card number 4, the fourth way. Again, all of these I chose the same pattern with the pieces that we're weaving them in, just a few slight little changes, which added so much to these cards, giving them a little bit more bling or a little bit more character to them. Now this one I'm going to add the glitter paper behind my words, and I think that this really made those words pop. I also liked the added sprigs and greenery down in the right hand corner as well, because as I said in one of the previous cards, I thought that that really helped to travel your eye across the card from the upper left-hand corner down to the lower right-hand corner. Just like in your scrapbook layouts, you always want to create that pattern design, that triangle design for your eyes to start in one area, travel up and down, always out to your lower right-hand corner. Here's where I decided to add in the gold sprigs along with the green ones. I thought that that looked really neat mixed together in there. I played with it for a minute to decide how many of the sprigs I should add in there and if I really wanted the green in there or the gold in there, but I ultimately decided that I absolutely love just the one piece of gold in there with just a total of 3 up in that upper left-hand corner there. But you see, I'm playing, deciding with what I liked best. Don't forget our little bow in there and our gems. And then lastly, we're going to add some stickles. This one I decided not to do the line across the whole top, just the stockings. So tell us, which card is your favorite of number 4? Comment below and tell us which is your favorite. I hope that you have enjoyed our Home for Christmas Creative Design Studio cards. Stay tuned for our layouts coming up next.